What is up, Raptors fans? I have been sitting here all draft waiting for the Raptors to make their pick, and they finally done it. I have been sitting here all draft because, first of all, I was going to watch the NBA draft anyways, but, there was obviously the whole rumor floating around like OG before the draft. I figured it was probably nonsense, but you know what? Decided to stick around for the whole draft just in case type of thing. In case he ended up getting dealt, he obviously didn't, and quite frankly, I think that's for the better. Yeah, but the Raptors finally, at number 33, make their pick, and it's actually one of the guys that I brought up in the Sleepers video that I did a while back. It's Christian Koloko. Now, this is a guy that obviously I've heard a fair amount of Raptors fans and Raptors Nation talking about, so congrats, Raps fans, for all of you that were clamoring. He's a Toronto Raptor now. Now, why Christian Koloko? Well, first of all, who is Christian Koloko? Christian Koloko is a center, naturally. I think the talk of a big has been, again, no pun intended, big in Raptors Nation for a little while. So naturally, both fans and very clearly management were going to be eyeing that when it came to this draft, and they got their guy here. Now, Christian Koloko, in terms of his play style, is a little bit more traditional. Like, he's that big, bruising, physical center, so to speak. A little bit different, I guess, from some of the more like mobile centers that are, I want to say, a little more popular in today's game. But yeah, he's got a bit more of that traditional play style. And one of the things that I think is really encouraging about Koloko is he showed great signs of development while he was in school. He came back this year and he got better, developed a lot as a player and, again, as a prospect naturally. And quite frankly, I'm wondering if that's not what, at the end of the day, might have been the deciding factor for the Raptors, was seeing a guy that was just so inclined to work and get better and develop, and taking their shot at him, knowing the kind of developmental system that Toronto has. Quite frankly, I genuinely think that probably played a reasonable contributing factor in the pick. So they got their guy. They took a look at the guy. They thought that they could make him better. They saw a guy that they felt was willing to, work on getting better, and they got their guy. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits in this team. I think it's really interesting kind of seeing that, like, I guess, contrast of play and like play style with him coming in. So it'll be interesting to see where he fits in with the Raptors, and quite frankly, how soon he fits in, to the rotation, to getting regular minutes on this team. There's a lot of questions, obviously, but I think for the most part, this is a good, naturally, this is a good pick. I think this is a guy that Masai, Bobby, and all those guys are probably excited about. A guy that naturally, listen, you're picking in the second round. You're not expecting to have, superstar level talent drop into your hands. Although, obviously, with stories like Nikola Jokic and other second round picks, you can find a superstar anywhere, every now and again. So I guess my point with that is, you never know, it could happen, but realistically speaking, this is probably a guy that they just see fitting well on their team. They see as a part of their rotation in the future, and Koloko can come in there and hopefully, with a few years of good development, be a regular contributor for their rotation and for their team. Ultimately, good pick, definitely a good pick. Again, the need for a center has been something that's been obvious, I think, to both fans and clearly management. They got their guy. Solid pick. Sorry, I don't think I have much more thoughts than that. Again, it's a little hard when it comes to drafting and stuff like this. It's really a waiting game, so to speak, in terms of seeing how they shake out, and I don't want to be overly optimistic or underly optimistic. Underly optimistic, wow, that sounds weird. But yeah, ultimately, me personally speaking here, as somebody that had Koloko on the radar, happy with the pick. I think it was a good pick for the team, and yeah, very excited to see him start his journey as a Toronto Raptor. I don't even know if I introduced myself at the start of this video because I think I've just been waiting so long to do this video. Hey everyone that's new to the channel and everyone that's returning, it's JJ Buckets. Usual drill, folks. Like the video if it takes like no amount of time and like just makes a huge difference for me, so thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Very close to 1K, within 100 at this point, and just literally counting down, so subscribe, it'd be great. Other than that, I have been sitting here waiting for them to make this pick for a very long time, so I'm also very excited to literally turn right around, pop this on my laptop, get this out into the YouTube universe as quickly as possible, so hopefully you folks enjoy it. Yeah, those are just some quick hitting thoughts. By all means, if you have more comments or questions, drop them in the comment section naturally. I'll try to get back to these ones because I personally always like talking about the draft. Last year when the Raptors had as high of a pick as they did, it was a very exciting time for me because I love, you know, scouting these guys and like watching the tapes on all of these guys and whatnot. So by all means, let's have a discussion in the comment section about it. Other than that, it's been JJ Buckets. It's been real. And I will see everybody next time. Go Raptors.